Here's something that should bother you. The same AI that can write you a working app in 30 seconds can't cancel your gym membership. Arey, go ahead, ask it to. It'll understand every word. It'll even tell you confidently exactly how it would cancel it, and then it'll sit there and do precisely nothing. A model smart enough to pass the bar exam stopped cold by a gym. Why? That gap between knowing what to do and being able to actually do it is the most important problem in AI right now. And the fix has a name you've probably seen flying around. MCP. Let's start with that helpless genius. The reason the AI can't cancel anything is simpler than you'd think. Simple. It's logged out. On its own, a model is a brain in a jar. No hands, no logins, no access to your gym system, your files, your emails, nothing. It can reason brilliantly about the world. It just can't reach into it. So the obvious thought is, fine, connect it, give it access. How hard can that be? Turns out, really hard. And this is where the story gets frustrating. Say you want your AI to do 3 things. Read your database, send an email, and post to Slack. 3 separate systems. So a developer hand builds 3 custom connections, 1 for each. Now you switch to a different AI model. Newer, faster, cheaper. Great. Except it speaks a different dialect. So all 3 of those connections? Rebuild them from scratch. Now multiply that across every tool and every model on Earth. Thousands of one-off connections, everyone reinventing the same plumbing slightly differently forever. Complete mess. Which raises an obvious question. In an industry this smart, why did nobody just agree on one standard way to do this? Eventually somebody did, late 2024. Or bus, that's MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It came out of Anthropic in late 2024, and for once, the name actually tells you what it does if you slow down on it. Model, the AI. Context, all the tools and data you want to hand it. Protocol, an agreed set of rules for how the two talk. Put it together, you get the standard rulebook for how an AI connects to the outside world. Build to it once and any tool can talk to any model. No more rebuilding. But here's the catch with any protocol. A protocol is just rules. Rules on paper. Or rules don't actually do anything. So if MCP is only the rulebook, what's the thing actually holding the door open for the AI? That's the server. An MCP server is a small program that sits in front of one of your systems, your database, your email, whatever, and exposes it in MCP standard language. Easiest way to picture it, assume a receptionist. The AI walks up to the front desk and the receptionist knows every door in the building and exactly how to open it. But here's the part that surprised me the first time I watched it work. And it's the whole trick. The developer doesn't tell the AI what to do. The AI asks. Watch. The AI connects and asks one question. What can you do here? And the receptionist hands back a menu. In plain English, written for the model to read. Cancel membership. Ends a subscription. Send email. Emails a member. Now go back to our gym. The AI reads that menu, spots the 2 tools that fit, and decides on its own. Cancel the membership, then send the confirmation. Nobody scripted those steps. The model worked out the sequence in the moment, from the menu sitting in front of it. Bus, the brain in the jar just grew hands. So it can run a tool. Right about now you might be thinking, okay, neat, but is that it? Is an MCP server just a list of buttons to press? Not quite, and this is where it gets more capable than people assume. A server can hand the AI 3 different kinds of things. Tools, actions like we just saw, things that do. Resources, information to read, a document, a record, a file, context the model can pull in to understand what's going on before it acts. And prompts, ready-made recipes a user can trigger, like summarize this ticket, packaged so nobody has to rewrite them every time. Act, read, reuse. That's the full kit behind the front desk. So, back to the question we opened with. Why couldn't that genius AI cancel your gym membership? Because it was locked out. A brain with no hands. MCP is the standard that gives it hands. An MCP server is the receptionist that hands over the keys. The AI asks what's possible and decides what to do on its own. That's the whole idea. But if you've ever written code, something's been nagging at you this entire video. Hang on. A system that exposes functions you can call over a network? We already have that. It's called an API. It's called REST. So what's actually new here, mate? That is the perfect question. And the answer is stranger than you'd expect. Because MCP doesn't replace REST at all. It does something to it. And that's exactly what part 2 is about. How MCP and REST really differ and why one of them quietly runs on top of the other. So if part 2 is already live, the link is right here. Go watch it now. The story is only half told. And if it isn't up yet, subscribe and hit the bell so it lands in your feed the second it drops. You came here to figure out MCP, and honestly, you're already past the hardest part. बस एक आखिरी step बाकी है. I'll see you in part 2.